Hello and welcome to our final version of Santa Sophia Connect. As many of you know, especially for those of you who are new to viewing, this is our opportunity to leverage technology such as Facebook to go live and connect with our parents. And I'm sure you'd all agree that good communication between school and parents is fundamental to a successful school. Now, this evening, I'm joined by a star cast. I've got to my left, Miss Georgia Fitzellen.
Hello, everyone.
And to my far left is Miss Azara Reyes.
Hi.
And Georgia and Azara are new to our college. Azara's not. But,
more or less.
Georgia is. And they will be our kindergarten team for next year. Now, just before I hand over to Georgia and Azara, just a few rules about how it works. So in the chat forum, you can ask any question you wish. Okay. Our moderator, Mrs. Tanya Castellino, is on standby to make sure the questions are proper. That's basically it. So for the next half an hour, we want you to sit back, enjoy the conversation, participate in the conversation, and we'll go from there. Now, at this stage, I'm going to exit and I'm going to introduce Mrs. Stephanie Musgrave, who will run the show tonight. Okay? Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. It's great to see you all again. Welcome back to Facebook Live. I'm really excited to be welcoming our Kindy teachers for next year and to be joining you all here tonight with our wonderful Santa Sophia community. I'm sure there's lots of really eager parents tuning in, and maybe some of our preschool children or some of my current Kindy kids. I'm sure you're there. So I'm going to say hello to all of you to begin with, because I know if I don't say hi to you all, you're going to get cranky with me tomorrow. So welcome, Kindy boys and girls. Now, we're really excited to be joining you here tonight. And this is an opportunity for you to come and join us on the conversation, to ask some questions. We're open to discussing anything about the plans for next year and the hopes and dreams we have for all your beautiful, precious children that we have in our community next year. So I'm going to hand over to Georgia and Azara just so they can talk you through their hopes and dreams of, you know, what we're wanting to continue to build here at Santa Sophia.
Yeah, so I guess we were talking before, I've been a Kindy teacher for the last few years, and I'd say one of the biggest hopes and dreams that we both have, we agreed, was probably that we really want that partnership with our parents as well as our students and our teachers. We're all one huge team.
Yes, the community.
Yeah.
Second family, really.
Yeah, so we really do want to work together, and tonight this is one of our first ways to bring you in and help answer your questions and let you know what we're thinking about for Kindy and for the future and vision of Santa Sophia. And we really do encourage you to ask us those questions when we can reach out and tell you ways to help their social, emotional, academic needs, spiritual needs, really important.
Yes, and on that note, both Georgia and I and Stephanie and the rest of the primary team are very much thinking of the philosophy that we're here in partnership with you. We want to support you in raising your children to be the best versions of themselves that they can be. We want to help them to be socially adept, academically adept, comfortable with who they are, and happy to be with themselves and their friends and their family and work together on this endeavor.
Yeah, and I think one of the really nice things from all the kinder orientations, they came running across the school to us. So we already can see that they're going to enjoy coming to school. And I know that when they arrive at school and they start to learn all their new routines, you know, they might be a little bit nervous or really excited. We're going to make sure that they love coming to school, because we love being at school.
Oh, yes.
And if you can talk to them about that as well, it's really important as part of that partnership. And we know that student learning should be student-centered. It should be authentic to how and what they like to learn about. And we also really think that student questions and their interests should drive learning as well. So
I think our two wonderful Kindy teachers for next year have absolutely captured what 2019 was really about. The community that we've built together, the learning and the love we shared amongst each other with not only our staff and students, but with our families as well. And I think that's what's made 2019 such a blessed year for the starting of the primary school, is that it has been a partnership with our parents, and we've really journeyed together and built the school together as a community. So I think they absolutely encapsulate our hopes and dreams for developing this partnership further in 2020 and beyond.
And I think something else that with kindergartens and being a kindergarten teacher is developing that little bit of resilience as well.
Everything can be quite new.
Yeah, everything is new. For some of the parents, it's quite new. For some of you, you've been there and done that. But, you know, I have this lovely, and it's something that we've all seen, is the learning pit. So what happens is, you know, there'll be times when the children might be unsure of what to do in a social situation or in the classroom. But really it's developing that resilience of, what can I do? Oh, that didn't work. Let me try something new. And it's that problem solving and that critical thinking.
Building that confidence to tackle any situation that they are faced with.
Yeah. And I guess as a team and as parents and students, we're all in that learning pit together, especially in kindergarten. Help each other along the way.
I'd just like to say hi to Maria. I've seen your little comment there.
Thank you, Maria. Nice little welcome. Yes.
Lovely to see you.
It's very nice to see our parents jumping on board and saying hello. If you're joining us now, please feel free to jump on, say hi. We'd love to see who's joining us tonight. And if you have any questions, feel free just to type them in the comment box, and we'll make sure we answer any of your questions tonight.
So we were talking about the learning pit, weren't we?
Yes. Building the resiliency of children.
Yeah. And I don't know if some of the parents have heard this term of growth mindset. So that's really encouraging the children. It's part of that learning pit to have a go. And if you can't do something, I can't do this yet. So it's turning talk around.
Yes.
And coming into school, sometimes that's something that we need to encourage the students to do, is turning their talk around into a positive way. So
yes, it's more gearing all these new challenges as a challenge, as opposed to a setback or something that's too difficult or something that gives them anxiety. We want to build that, that outlook that this is new, this is different, but let's tackle it together.
That's absolutely what we've been doing this year with our current kindergarten students, and learning to love learning, really, and to enjoy the challenge, which I think our current kindergarten students absolutely love a challenge. They have exceeded our expectations in all areas of learning, and have really pushed themselves to exceed, which is, we're really, really proud. Hi, Rebecca. It's really great to see you. Hi, Isabella. I'm sure you're watching along there with Mum. I can see Rebecca's just written, good evening to everyone. She's just wondering how kindergarten and year one will come together and separate during learning times. So I'm going to go through and explain that. I can do that now for you all, because I know many of my current kindies going on to year one parents and the preschool parents have been asking exactly the same question. Good morning, Sam. Hi, Jackson. Great to see you. So we have actually worked really hard to create a timetable that really complements the learning of both kindergarten and year one. Obviously, we know they're going to be in the same space while we're on the temporary site at Our Lady of the Angels. And so we've really looked closely as to how we learn in religion, what learning in English looks like, and in maths, and how open-ended questions and exploratory learning with concrete materials can be quite active and has a different style of talk and conversation to, say, a religion or an English class.
So what it sounds like as well, looks like and sounds like.
Yeah, and feels like. So we've worked really hard to ensure that both kindergarten and year one have the opportunities to complement the learning throughout the spaces. So that involves the students coming together at times, particularly during investigations. We're going to take the opportunity where year one actually get to teach kindergarten, and kindergarten get to share their learning with year one if they have the capacity, which would not surprise me with the absolute astounding learning that we've seen this year. I'm sure kindergarten will even want to step up and teach year one as well. So there'll most definitely be opportunities for them to come together. However, the kindergarten and year one curriculum, while complement each other, are actually two separate curriculum outcomes. So they do need to achieve obviously growth and separate things in year one to what they would do in kindergarten. So that means programming will be done separately. The kindergarten teachers will program and teach kindergarten, while Denise will be teaching and programming for year one. So they will be rotating throughout the spaces and won't necessarily be inside the same space at the same time. As I'm sure a lot of the parents have heard me speak about how we use the space in the classroom, and how I talk about when we move into the religion space or the English space, investigations or maths, how it's a full embodiment, that we're understanding the resources I use in that space, where I find assistance in that space, whether it's using concrete materials or word walls, posters, learning intention, success criteria.
The classroom's like the third teacher a lot of
Absolutely.
the time. So everything in the classroom, and I've been there working with these ladies quite a few times, everything is very purposeful, and the children use it. So there aren't displays up just to look pretty. Everything has a reason, and your surface deep and transfer for posters. The children know how to use those, and that comes with time. And they're assessment capable learners.
Yes, and everything that is on the walls that is there to assist the students with their learning is co-constructed.
Yes.
So the walls will in each space, whether it's the religion or the English space, will have specific scaffolds according to the needs of the year one students or the kindergarten students. So obviously I'm not going to try and squash 50 plus students into one learning space. So the students will have the opportunity to have personalised learning with their class teachers in those specific spaces. So we will physically rotate throughout the learning areas of the classroom, have opportunities for outside learning, opportunities for collaboration. We'll come together every day and pray together, and also spend time specifically in our grades to teach very specific skills for either kindergarten or year one, particular learning needs. We're also very aware that some of the kindergarten children could be exceeding themselves and working at stage one outcomes, like my kindy kids are currently doing.
And that's where it's really good that co-constructed work samples are up on the wall as well, because some of those children in kindergarten might be using the year one exemplars.
And then we'll have the opportunity to join year one if we see that need as well. So each term is probably going to look a little different. We'll probably shift the learning spaces and how we're teaching and learning according to the needs of the students. If we find they're more successful collaborating together between the two grades, we'll give more opportunity for that. If we find their needs are quite different and they need a very specific set of skills, we'll provide opportunities for that as well. We teach according to what the students need and what they're providing us, essentially.
In that way, it mirrors what's happened this year.
Absolutely. Yes.
Each term, the spaces look different. The same zones were kept, but where the tables were set up, where some of the equipment was set up, all of the displays each term get changed.
Yes,
based on what
absolutely.
we're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to say hi to Leanne and to Natalie. Great to see you joining us. Hi, Harrison. I'll see you tomorrow in the morning. I know you're really excited. I'm sure all the kindy kids are really excited because their reports went home today, which is very special. So I'm sure they've got very proud parents at home, because I know I'm exceptionally proud of the reports that have gone home today. And I can see Elise is watching us. It's great to see you as well. We're really excited for you to join us next year. We're really excited for all the preschool kids to come and join us and really build our community together. I know our current kindies, who obviously will be year one next year, are really looking forward to the challenge of leadership and teaching our kindergarten students what a learner at Santa Sophia looks like.
And I think that some of those current kindies, when they move to year one, might even be really good to teach about seesaw to the new.
Oh my goodness, they are skyrocketing with Seesaw at the moment. They can't get enough. All they want to do is get back on the iPad, upload more work onto Seesaw. They're starting to send us all sorts of comments and videos and recordings and annotations.
I think that's one of our hopes and dreams as well, because currently in kindergarten, as a kindergarten teacher, I use Seesaw as well. And every year, there's something new you can try. So we know that the kids at Santa Sophia have found new ways to use Seesaw.
Absolutely.
And I think next year, different ways as well. And that's a really good way as well for that partnership.
That's
so we
communication.
we can keep you updated. So when reports go home and meeting with us throughout the year, there's no surprises.
Already know where your students are at in their learning. And, you know, I think that's also the partnership you're speaking about and this learning through Seesaw has been really integral to 2019, and I'm not sure what 2020 will be in terms of that learning and growing together. I know myself, I was new to Seesaw this year, and so I was learning alongside the students and, you know, setting up the classroom even in term 1. We were learning alongside and making decisions together. It wasn't a teacher-based decision. It was on the needs of the students, how we were setting up the classroom, what oral language pod we were going to do, what investigations was going to look like, where the furniture was going to go, how our routines would be developed. And so I know that will continue next year with, you know, our new cohort of kindergarten students.
With the oral language pod for the new parents, Steph.
Yes.
Do you want to explain what that looks like and when we use it?
So
that's really exciting.
We've decided next year for our first oral language pod for term 1, we're going to have an ice cream shop. We're very excited. So for the current kindergarten parents, you know, we've had the farmers market, we've had
Dr.
a Dr. Pod. Currently we have a pizza shop.
Yes, for the children that came to orientation that weren't allowed in the pizza shop because it was closed.
They were devastated.
It's now being transformed into an ice cream shop.
Yes. So the oral language pod is used during guided reading groups, and it's an opportunity for students to go in small mixed ability groups where they develop their skills of oral language, asking and answering questions. This will also work hand in hand with our Italian classes next year. And so while we will use the oral language pod during reading groups, it will also be used during Italian lessons. So I suspect the ice cream might turn into a gelato.
Yes. Ice cream shop to a gelato.
Yes. Sounds delicious. Take me to Europe. I can see Samantha here has asked about the group numbers in terms of the combination of both kindergarten and G1. We're looking at about 55 students in the room, which is a delightfully small number, considering how big our space is. And we also have the outdoor veranda, which we can use as a learning space. I will be working inside that glassed room area that you would have seen where the doors push open and closed. So that will be more of an intervention room or a small group focused room. I will be running Reading Recovery, which is a reading intervention program for the Year 1 students, and EMU, which is a maths intervention program also for Year 1 students. And then I'll be working closely alongside all of the teachers so that we're programming and building the capacity of our students together across all key learning areas. I can see Karma has joined us, and family's very excited to join us next year. We're really looking forward to having you join us as well. We're really looking forward to watching our community grow. I can see Irving has joined us as well. Hi, Evo. It's nice to see you. Gosh, yes, we have all been very busy with our Beyblades. It's been fun. The children are very much enjoying the fact that they can all bring their Beyblades to school and are very much learning the skills of collaboration and sharing and taking responsibility for their toys. While all of this happens in the playground and not in my classroom. I can see Leanne has commented again. I'm just trying to read through as I don't have my glasses on.
About loving learning. Yes, that is so important. That's our goal.
She says, nothing puts a smile on your face more than knowing your children love learning. And Harrison's always coming home so happy. And you know what? The children brighten my day every single day. I love learning alongside them, and it's been an absolute blessing this year to be working alongside all of my students and all of my parents. It's, you know, I'm very blessed. I say this many times to many people. I have the dream job I never dreamed of. It's really special to be working here. I can see Emma is joined us. Good evening. It's great to see you. We're really excited to see Ellen next year. I'm really excited to see all our preschool students next year. That's really lovely that you've joined us this evening. Thank you so much.
She's watching too. She can see her 3 new teachers on TV.
Bella's nonna speaks Italian. Maybe she can come in and join
visit.
us.
Yes.
Oh, that would be amazing. And then we can link our history units with Italian family units. It's going to be fantastic. I'm very much looking forward to this. And, you know, we really encourage any parents or families who do have a
Some
particular
special
skill
or
set
interest
that we'd love to have you and to, you know, while we're teachers. You know, there's so many skills out there that we would love to bring into our classroom and, you know, have that opportunity for parents to come in and join us in the teaching of the students. That would be really special. We'd really love to see that. Hi, Lynn, how are you going? It's nice to see you, John. We're looking forward to next year. Oh, John's Nonna can come in too. Oh, it's going to be great.
Got so many
We're going to be so excited by the end of the year. It's going to watch them all come home singing in Italian. It's going to be fantastic. And asking for probably lots of gelato with really persuasive language. I can see Crystal has commented as well. Oh, thank you so much. She's just saying she's very impressed with the learning and teaching. Her son Samuel has been a real joy and pleasure to teach.
And I like how she also wrote that the learning's been challenged as well. So that's really good because every child has their own personal learning goals
that they're trying to strive towards. It's right. You can't just put them all together under a one-size-fits-all type of thing.
Oh, Rebecca's just said that Nonna makes the best pizza and arancini. I'm thinking we need to have an Italian food day. Like, I love
there we
pizza and
go.
pasta. I'll have to run this past the Italian teacher and possibly Mr. DeVries. Sometimes I get in trouble for blowing the budget. I'd also just like to quickly talk about, while I had the attention of all of the parents, how classes are going to work more particularly for the kindergarten students. So obviously the year 1 grade will be year 1. We may have 1 or 2 students joining us, but again, they will all be in one class like they currently are now. And they will continue through with Denise, with Mrs. Ibanez. Next year for the kindergarten grade, it is a slightly bigger. And so we've made the decision to have 2 kindergarten teachers. And so while they will be team teaching together and Kindy will do their learning together, we will actually have 2 dedicated kindergarten classrooms. Classes in the one classroom. So that decision though, as to which child is allocated to which teacher will not be made until probably week 3, and the parents will be informed week 4 of term 1. So we're going to spend those first crucial weeks of transition from preschool to kindergarten really learning about our students, developing routines, and really understanding their specific skills and their specific needs.